was going to do my hair for this, but spent all my spoons on makeup instead. If you know, you know. So this first piece is something that I wrote when my pain was manageable. Very flowery, very poetry inspired. Getting older is a horror film. Oh, the cracking of my bones. Oh, the new bruises I wake to find. Purple and red like the muscle and blood below. What follows is what I wrote on an early morning when I couldn't manage my pain. Less poetry and more just abstract, free-form thought. What good is it having a body if it hurts to laugh? What good is it having a body if it aches every step of the way? I make grocery lists for the next day without knowing if I'll be capable of walking. I make plans with friends without knowing if I'll be capable of waking. The bitter taste in my mouth is from telling myself I could have it worse. I could be dying of cancer. I could have permanent measles or leprosy. It's about the little things in life, I tell myself. And that feels like a good thing to say until it's only about the little things. Like if my coffee pot starts leaking and ruins my morning mug, then I'm despondent, and it feels like a bottomless, despondent pit that swallows the rest of the day. The problem with chronic pain is that it's always there in some capacity, like being poisoned very slowly and building up your wall of tolerance until you can trick yourself into thinking that it's not there until it builds, and the pain feels like being skewered with a fire poker, and that fire poker is also on fire, and it's being twisted, and you're lying on a bed of hot coals, which is also on fire. I don't really have pretty words to explain what it feels like physically, but emotionally, it's vastly isolating. And every time the pain gives me tunnel vision, I feel like I am the only person to ever have felt this way. And my drawer full of drugs starts to look like an out. Speaking of drugs, if I had a nickel for every time someone said, "Have you tried this remedy?" I would probably have enough money for a flight to Saint-Tropez, where, according to Reddit user Alimonius658, there's a topical balm that'll actually sink into my bones. When you've tried it all, and I mean all, physical therapy, emotional therapy, weed, sunlight, uppers and downers, exercise, cutting out toxic family members, tarot readings, getting 2 cats for sadness, essential oils, etc., it starts to get a little old. And I know people are well-intending, I wish they knew how hard I've tried. A list of all the things I'd do if I found a magic pill and woke up tomorrow pain-free. I'd sleep in because it wouldn't hurt to lie down. I'd take a road trip because it wouldn't hurt to sit. I'd swim in the ocean because it wouldn't hurt to move. I look at videos from last summer when I need a good cry, and sometimes it is good to be as miserable as I feel. I had it so good back then. I could skate and jump and move my body in the way it was meant to move. I could sit on a backless bar stool for hours on end. It's the little things. I have this idealized version of myself, someone who skates and sits on bar stools without pain, someone who finishes school sooner rather than later, someone who finds love easily and doesn't have to cancel plans. I could be this someone if I didn't have pain. It's all well and good to be happy with your lot in life, to realize that you are exactly the person you're supposed to be. You're making an impact whether you realize it or not, yada yada. I know that trying to live up to this idealized version of someone that I could be is draining me of who I am. I know this. It's just hard to remember that when I'm writhing on the bathroom floor at 3 a.m. trying to remember how to breathe instead. I wish I had some solid advice or something to end this. I think Stephen King said it best. Life sucks, and then you die. On the days that my pain is at a 3, from 1 to arbitrary, I add a sometimes. Sometimes life sucks, and then you die. Sometimes I hurt so much it feels like a death, and then I wake up on the other side. Sometimes my cats let me kiss their faces even though they hate it, and they smell like kibble and wild outdoors. Sometimes I lace up my skates just to feel them hug my feet. Sometimes I find community in the myriad of virtual worlds. Sometimes I make the perfect pot of coffee. It's all about the little things. So it's like the most depressing stand-up routine ever. Imagine me at a bar doing that. Okay. I'm gonna go find my cats. Thanks for watching.
It's a tucker. Oh, the big boy. Oh, a boy. Oh.